Sky News, Manchester.
Just let Mike finish before we introduce Stephen Budd, co-chair of the Music Managers Forum, representing a number of artistes and producers. Joining us now live from central London. Stephen, thanks for joining us. Are you mad for it too?
Do you know, I heard it when it came out at 8 o'clock this evening, and I was sat in a cafe and I stuck my headphones on and I was transported back to 1995. It's a really, really good song. It's got a great vibe to it, an amazing guitar line that feels reminiscent of maybe things like Paperback Writer by the Beatles or whatever. It's got that kind of rolling guitar line, incredible guitar break in the middle, very simple verses and choruses, with Ian Brown swathed in an echo on his vocal. It's classic Stone Roses. It sounds like it could have been the pop single on the first Stone Roses album. The second one was a little bit self-indulgent, perhaps,
right.
But the first one was really classic, and it's going to be all over the place. I think you can hear it on across the nation's radio stations, I'm sure.
But that is part of the extraordinary story, that they only really had one, as people say, good album, great album, the first one, and that was it. The second wasn't as well received, and yet they've got this sort of cult status. And people were told in 2011, yes, new single coming out, didn't appear. 2015 coming out, didn't appear. We are here now. Is there a danger that it could perhaps have been too overhyped?
Do you know what? If it wasn't good quality, yes, but you know the quality of it is great. I think it's been produced by Paul Epworth, who's a really happening current producer who's working with many of the greats, including Adele. But I don't think it's overhyped. I think it's wonderful. It's enjoyable. Of course, the band have got a whole bunch of enormous shows coming up.
Yeah.
Later in June, they're playing 4 stadium dates at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City's ground in Manchester, all of which I think are sold out. Certainly the last one is just about to sell out. So that's about 240,000 people.
I was going to say that's a big audience, but there lies in an interesting question. I mean, you mentioned that it was like 1995 had re-emerged. I mean, is that its greatest strength and also its greatest weakness, in that it's great for all those who want to get into the nostalgia, but will it win over a new generation of fans?
Do you know, I think it could win over a new generation of fans. I think, yes, it's got a massive appeal for all those people in their 40s who were kids when Stone Roses originally appeared. But I think it's gonna, I can see my kids listening to this and really enjoying it. You know, younger kids are much more open to sort of a whole broad spectrum of music than they've ever been before.
OK, well, let's just leave you and everyone else with another treat. Out at 8 p.m. tonight, One for All. Here's another quick play of 1995 all over again.
The first Stone Roses music in 21 years.
Day tripper, I think, rather than paperback. Right, anyway.